Hello friends, our next topic is micropropagation in commercial perspectives, advantages, economics, robotics and automation. Recently, tissue culture micropropagation has become one of the most important ways to reproduce crops that are difficult to propagate by conventional methods such as by seed or cuttings. The speed of tissue culture technology development has been accelerated by its practical commercialization. At the present, the greatest application of tissue culture micropropagation is to tropical ornamentals. However, systems for successfully producing food crops such as potato, asparagus, and strawberry have been defined and are currently replacing traditional methods of vegetative propagation. The advantages. The agronomic crops are a wide varieties of plants that are primarily produced for food. Because of their many uses, these crops occupy vast amount of land in different parts of the world. Some examples of the agronomic crops include beans, cotton, sugarcane, sugar beets, corn, and wheat among many others. Currently, micropropagation is also being used for the commercial production of a few plants or crops like sugarcane. Micropropagation still plays an important role in the production of high quality agronomic crops. In doing so, researchers have been able to reproduce the desired characteristics of different types of plants or crops. One of the other advantages of micropropagation is in the forestry. The main reason for using this technique in forestry is that it allows researchers to produce trees with characteristics similar to the trees that already grow in certain regions. For instance, in India, teak is one of the most important trees. This is because it is durable and has been shown to be insect resistant. For this reason, it's an important source of the timber in the country. This makes micropropagation an important technique that can be used for reforestation as well as to ensure that the people will have the timber and other products they need for their for their day-to-day lives. Next is the floriculture. The floriculture is a branch of horticulture that is primarily focused on the cultivation of flowers as well as other ornamental plants. This is a large industry that has been reported to grow at a rate of 15% annually. Because of the high demand of different types of flowers and other ornamental plants from different parts of the world, tissue culture of the micropropagation has proved very effective for producing different varieties. One of the biggest benefits of using this method is the fact that it allows farmers to meet the high demand of flowers within a short period of time. Next is the economics. Tissue culture is seen as an important technology for developing countries for the production of disease-free, high-quality planting material and the rapid production of many uniform plants. The direct micropropagation expenses can be divided into two groups: operating cost, which include the labor, material, and the electricity expenses and wearing out expenses. Spending directly related to the realization of a propagation technology are defined as the operating cost. The labor. The labor can be divided into cost for transplantation of the plants, media preparation, and cleaning of the glass and the culture vessels. The second part of the cost is the expenditure of the media preparation. The other economics include the operational cost, which include the expense on the materials such as the media components, culture vessels, and the plant material. The other economical perspective are the media ingredients, culture vessels, plant materials, electricity, wearing out cost, autoclaves, laugh, and other equipments. Next is the robotics. Applying robotics in plant production requires the integration of robot capabilities, plant culture, and the work environment. Commercial plant production requires certain cultural practices to be performed on the plant under certain environmental conditions. Several cultural practices are commonly known in the plant production industry. The ones which have been the subject of robotics research include division and transfer of the plant materials in micropropagation, transplanting of the seedlings, sticking of cuttings, grafting, pruning, and harvesting of the fruit and vegetables. The explants are expected to change their shape and size during growth and development. Robotics technology includes many subtopics including the manipulator mechanism and its control, end effector design, sensing technique, mobility and work cell development. The robots which are to be used for the performing plant cultural tasks must recognize and understand the physical properties of each unique object and must be able to work under various environmental conditions in fields or controlled environments. The robotics in micropropagation can be mainly used in media preparation, cutting microshoots and placing them back on the fresh media. The first commercial automated tissue culture robot was introduced by Australian company 4Biorobotics in 1997. Their target species include the eucalyptus, acacia, teak and pine. Next is the automation. The bioreactor technology can be used to produce somatic embryos en masse. Automated systems are also available that can be used for micropropagation through axillary buds. Plant tissue culture techniques, however, were developed initially to understand the nutritional and morphological aspects of plant development. The total automation. There are mainly two types of automations: total automation and semi-automation. First one is a total automation with the use of image analysis system and a robot or other device dividing, separating, moving of the plant tissues, shoots, embryos or plantlets. Little or no human intervention except to the control the computer and repair parts. Example, the Toshiba plant tissue culture robot. Next is the semi-automation, the involvement of human operators contributing to any stages of the process, most likely involving the decision making. This is the most commonly researched type of automation and the level at which we are most likely to effectively capture the benefits of the human intelligence and expertise together with the latest technological advancement in engineering.